Tony Khan is really stupid. That's all I'm gonna say. So this episode of Rampage for me is a little bit interesting because I heard something happen with Jake Atlas, and I was able to actually watch that happen. And first, let's talk about that Adam Cole versus Jake Atlas match. It was a nice showcase for Jake Atlas, for sure. It was going to be a great match. It was going to be a fun, entertaining, exciting match. But I think Jake Atlas ended up in a spot where he was going to springboard over the top rope and land on his feet. His knee kind of buckled out and probably most likely suffered a severe tear. Most likely ACL or MCL. Hell, it might have been a kneecap, busted kneecap. But it was a bad injury. It was a really bad injury. It's an unfortunate injury because, it was so sad to see because Atlas had just debuted in AEW, just like I think last week, and he just resigned. He just came out of retirement, and now this happens to him, and he was having a banger of a match with Adam Cole, and they had to call an audible, which was 100% understandable, and it's just a shame. It's really a shame that ended the way it did, and you can see afterwards, like, you can see the pain that he was in was just, oh man, it was tough. It was really tough. Prayers up for Jake Atlas. Hope he gets better. Hope he can return. If he doesn't return, then he had a hell of a run as a wrestler. Just so tough to see. But Adam Cole got the win. Shame. It's really a shame. And just tough. It was really tough. We learned that Cody has not been cleared to compete. He is going to be replaced by Dustin Rhodes in order to determine an interim TNT champion. Interesting, yes. Dustin being inserted kind of makes sense. The Rhodes family thing, along with the Rhodes family thing being a whole thing with Sammy Guevara, makes sense. They're always going to be intertwined. But at the same time, for me, it just feels a little bit auspicious. It feels a little bit weird because we haven't really seen Dustin in the ring in a long time, especially on like a big stage, doing something important. And now he's getting the TNT title match with Sammy Guevara. He probably will win. We don't know. Maybe he will lose. I don't know. Knowing how AEW can be booked at times, and most likely Cody is out because he said it was due to protocol. So most likely Cody came down with COVID. If so, please wish him well, because I just got a friend who got COVID, and my mom is going through COVID now, and my mom is in the hospital with COVID, and it's like, fuck, it's ridiculous. And now I'm getting tested for COVID. I haven't stepped out of the house really since after my birthday. I didn't step out of the house for a week, and I recently stepped out of the house Thursday to do shopping because I needed some food. I needed something, and I had my mask on almost throughout the entire time because it's just this virus spread. Omicron, fuck you. That's what I'm gonna say. Fuck you, COVID. Fuck you, Omicron. You can go suck a fucking dick. And I'm probably scared because I haven't felt any symptoms of it, and most likely I don't know if I do have it. If I do, then fuck, it sucks. It really sucks. They recapped Dynamite for a bit. Andrade had a little bit of an interview saying his problem's not with Sting, his problem's with Darby Allin, that Sting is working for. I don't know. Fuck it. Really, just like Andrade needs a mic piece. Andrade needs somebody to back him up on the mic because it's unfortunate that he's got so much talent in the ring, but he doesn't have the mic skill. He needs a different person. He needs somebody like a Zelina Vega that was in his corner back in WWE to be that person that talks on the mic for him, that does his promos for him, and his work just backs it up. We got Hook versus Aaron Solo. Send Hook. Yeah, I don't see the hype of a meme, but then again, he is pretty he's pretty decent in the ring. He's pretty decent. He's the mat-based wrestler, which I like. He's somebody that moves around like a technician, and at the same time, it's like he's very impressive, and he beat the shit out of Aaron Solo. But still, I don't get the meme. Ricky Starks and Matt Sydal is scheduled for Battle of the Belts, which is 12:51 today. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. Little Riho and Ruby Soho versus Britt Baker and Jake Hader. Let me say this. It's gonna hurt some feelings. I don't care if it does. Britt is just a promo. And someone just holding a title to showcase it as an accessory. She's improved, yes, within the 3 years that she's been a wrestler, but she's just a promo. She's good on the mic, but she's not solid enough in the ring to be a champion. I feel like they need to put a new champion on. Need to give somebody the championship. A different person needs to be AEW Women's Champion. Riho was that underdog. Nyla Rose was the beast that couldn't be stopped. Hikaru Shida was everything within. She was unstoppable, at the same time an underdog when needed to be. And I think it was Britt Baker that did defeat Hikaru Shida to win the women's championship. And then there's like other people on the roster as well that can probably be a champion as well. Serena for sure could be women's champion. Then there's even Jamie Hayter. She's a little bit alright in the ring for me. I don't know about her mic skills. I haven't listened to some of her promos just yet. I don't know how she sounds on the mic. You got Allie, who's vicious, sneaky. Brandy, just for the sake of like being a Stephanie McMahon. Jade Cargill, she's impressive. She's tall. She can be that beast like Nyla Rose. Chris Statlander has everything within a women's wrestler to be champion. Mercedes Martinez, an absolute force. Ruby Soho, of course. Thunder Rosa is probably the best option right now. She's got everything and then some, and she's a former NWA Women's Champion, so gotta give her at least a chance. I hope that Riho doesn't win the title tonight, and they do go with Thunder Rosa versus Britt Baker for the Women's Championship at hopefully Revolution. If not Revolution, then Double or Nothing, not on the TNT Dynamite. Not on the TNT Dynamite, but TBS Dynamite or a Rampage or a Saturday special. I hope not. The match was alright for what it was. It was a little botch between that whatever I think it was supposed to be a bulldog that was supposed to kick off, and then Hayter, I think, didn't get enough distance with Ruby on her, and it wasn't bad. There's a little dissension within Team DND or DMD, because Britt Baker was obviously upset because she lost again to Riho, who she hasn't beaten, and I believe they're going to be driving that storyline a lot within that match. Dan Lambert cut a promo, needs to understand why there's so much sucking up within the company, and Scorpion Sky should be in the TNT title match instead of Dustin. And they'll keep their eyes close to that match. We got rundown of Battle of the Belts, rundown of Dynamite. There was a backstage interview before the 6-man No Rules match, which was honestly the best thing on the show. And before it even went to break, the brawl began, and it's like, oh my lord, it was unfreaking believable. It was crazy. All around the arena, all around the stage, all around the crowd. It was crazy. And I was just like, damn, this is crazy. These guys are beating the ever-loving shit out of each other. Daniel Garcia took a lot of bumps in that match. He took a lot of trash can hits, especially a suplex on the trash can that was already sharpened up and pieced down. It was unbelievable. the best thing on the show. Of course, Pride and Kingston won, and afterwards 2.0 tried to get a beat down, but Jericho came in for the save, which probably is going to lead to a storyline with Inner Circle and Kingston versus most likely Garcia and 2.0, and probably another batch of guys that's going to jump in as well, because 2.0 has been on Jericho's ass for the last month, and Jericho is done with it. It wasn't bad. I'm going to say that. Overall, it wasn't bad, but at the same time, it felt like there were some big things that was supposed to happen on the show, but instead, one serious injury took place. A bit of a decent tag match happened on the women's side. Cody's news in the protocol, and then Andrade's interview was just terrible. And the six-man tag was fun. But again, AEW is being held to high standards by so many people. I'm going to keep it at that same high standard, and they did not achieve it. It was probably 3 out of 5. Low 3 out of 5. High 2 out of 5. I go with 3. I'm not going to be cynical to them. But let me know what you thought of Rampage in the comment section down below. With all this COVID stuff and everything happening, it's just crazy. Every single last bit of it is just a whirlwind, and if there's no end in sight, let's just continue to try to at least keep each other safe then. And at the same time, it's like violence in this world is going up and up and up, especially in the city of Philadelphia. So hopefully within like the future, we can all just like eliminate violence, eliminate hate, eliminate this thing. Most likely we're going to have to live with COVID, but we can't live in a world full of being scared and seeing our kids die young. So do yourself a favor and just like, not only just like spread love and peace, but also like, if you're somebody that's out there and doing these kind of things, man, think about your motives. Think about your ideal. Think about your ideal dream, that like the ideal life that you want to live. You want to be locked up in jail for your entire life, or do you want to be somebody that's successful, somebody that's not on the run, but like on the run for chasing money, on the run for having a good job, on the run for keeping food on the table for yourself? Because this ain't it, man. This ain't it. Thank you all so much. I will see you probably Saturday night after Battle of the Belts for a review on that. Till then, peace and blessings. Stay safe and follow safety protocols. I love you guys.